Hello and welcome again to Ivythorne Woods, and this is The Glory of Spring. That's the title for this one. Oak tree to the right there. Was an absolutely delicious time of year, and there's a little stand of wild garlic, incredibly powerful plant medicine nutrition from that one there, all about giving the liver a new burst of life and energy. So we have been through some really extraordinary times lately, no matter in the world where you live, because what's been going on is we've had a lunar eclipse 15 days ago from the date of recording this, and we had the solar eclipse only yesterday. And here in England, that was about 11 o'clock in the morning, and boy did I feel it. And something melodramatic happened just before the eclipse. I lost my wallet and went into a mini micro meltdown. I thought, get over it, dude. Just do what you need to do, be in the present moment, take the steps, reverse your steps. Found very shortly after the eclipse had passed. So, this eclipse has affected me more, or these two eclipses, than any I can ever remember. Partly it's because in our awakening times we're always becoming more and more aware of what's actually going on that's significant. And it's also because there's a whole bunch of planets, including the Sun and the Moon, at 11 o'clock yesterday, Saturday, in Aries, all about new growth, new beginnings, pioneering, stepping out, making it happen. I, me, my, as chiropractor likes to say, considering the self, considering me, considering you. And on the other hand, there's Mercury and Venus retrograde, and there's also Saturn and Neptune, all in Pisces. Whole bunch of planets in Pisces. The cosmic, huge picture, transpersonal, universal, at the same time as let's focus on now, come on, make things happen, make a start, begin things. So these two forces have been pulling us, literally pulling us in these completely opposite directions. And so it's been a time for people going within. Even people who don't normally do that have been doing it. Going deep into our underlying motives, things from the past coming up for us to look at, whether we want them to or not. Maybe just sitting in front of a screen and watching some programming, and all of a sudden, bang, there you are. Your lifetime issues presented in the story of the characters. It's what it's been like for me, what it's been like for many. So here we are. This is the 30th of March today. Yesterday, Saturday the 29th of March 2025. Here we are, the 30th. So I felt such a huge sense of relief when the eclipse had completed its magic. And I feel so aligned, tuned in, on fire in the best possible sense, in terms of feeling my passions burning brighter than they've done for a very long time. And it's because it's so easy for us to get so arrogant and caught up in our humanity. It's because of cosmic forces so much larger and vaster than we can even begin to comprehend. And astrology makes a really good stab at what's going on. Take my word for it, there's so much more than even astrology can comprehend. And it is because we are going through, effectively, a universal awakening. It is the most exciting time to be alive. And I bless you and I pray that you experience that for yourself. One of the ways to help yourself is to come out somewhere like this and feel the majesty and the glory of the plants, the flowers, the celandines, the other flowers whose name I momentarily forget. Some of the trees, like the one straight in front of me, looking on the surface like they're dead, but actually not a bit of it. About to burst into leaf, and there we are, there's the oak tree that I passed earlier, and it's done it. It is in leaf, and so is that one there. The buds have opened. It's the time of the opening of the buds, and that's a beautiful metaphor for what's going on for us. Us as individuals, us part of a culture, us the entire human race. And I'm quite sure there are loads and loads of conventional and alternative media outlets and social media which are still promoting doom and gloom, because let's face it, if you want to control a population, keep them frightened on the edge of their seats, not a very loving thing to do, is it? So one way to be fully in tune with the majesty of what's happening right now is to get outside and go and find somewhere. It may simply be one tree. Just be with that tree if that's all you've got. If you've got a whole forest like this within reasonable distance, go out there. Go to the seaside. Watch the waves breaking on the shore. Anything where you can get the sense of the wildness and the majesty of all of the life forms that are not human. And this is something I've noticed some fiction writers speak about. God, why is so much writing about humans? And every now and again I come across a priceless gem that doesn't really include humans, and it's to do with animals, whether well-known ones like cats or much less well-known ones. It's great to be aware of all the other life forms too. And somehow I find it humbling in the best possible sense of the word to realise that nature is alive and talking to us all the time. And this is not a metaphor. And in order to be able to hear what nature has to say, it's really important to leave your building, leave your immediate comfort zones, and get outside in whatever the weather and experience everything being as it is. This is such powerful medicine. It is so easy in the 21st century to get caught up in the mind. The mind, the slayer of the real. And the ones who are awakening are slaying the slayer. And we have so many techniques. We have meditation, we have ecstatic dance, we have yoga, we have picking up wood and carrying it for the fire, going to a spring, filling up your containers with the spring water. All these things, cooking a delicious meal, they connect us with our true divinity, our creativity, and the magic of being alive. Perhaps we stop by the side of the road and there's a herd of cows, and we decide to wander over the fence and just be with them, be present to their existence. And as we know, sometimes they wander over and get very present to our existence. And there are some very creative people going out with trombones and other musical instruments and playing them in the field. And the cows are absolutely delighted by humans giving them attention. And I guess that's what I want to draw this film to a conclusion on. Here are these hawthorn leaves, the young hawthorn leaves, absolutely delightful nutrition just pick a couple of those and start munching them. I'll do that when I've stopped filming. The 7 herbs of spring they talk about in traditional Chinese medicine. All really useful stuff. So yes, let's be aware of other life forms, and to be aware whenever you look at a tree or touch a tree or think thoughts of delight and enjoyment and wonder and love, always be aware that tree, that plant, that cow, that cat, that beetle, they are aware. They are aware of our awareness of them. And it's all about being part of the love. It really is all about being part of the love. So enjoy these days following the solar eclipse of 2025 and tuning into yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I really want? And if you wish to pursue this conversation with me, the shamanic practitioner, the following film will give you some clues about how to take that forward, should that be your wish. Most especially if it's your heart calling you, your gut sensing it. All love to you.